Well, hello again from Pacific View Memorial Park. I have the Cagney and Burns graves in the can, and I'm ready for video 2. We're going to visit the burial niche of author David Stewart Freeman. But first, a cautionary note. Don't believe everything you see on the internet, because for some 2 or 3 years, this beautiful area here was rumored to be the grave of Kobe Bryant. It is not. There's a young lady buried here that has nothing to do with Kobe Bryant, but the rumor got out on the internet that this was Kobe and Gina Bryant. Sorry for people that take trips here, often from out of state, but again, don't believe everything you see on the internet. So rest in peace, young lady. I don't know you personally. But anyway, onward to David Stewart Freeman. He was an author who was born February 21st, 1961 in Whittier, California, which is some 30 miles from here. He was an advertising executive. He was best known for co-authoring with his friend the book 100 Things to Do Before You Die. It was based on a website that they were running until 2001. So the book came out, and apparently it was a real seller. He's here in the Garden of Reflections. I had some trouble finding his grave, but as always, staff here came to help me. Anyway, he was born in Whittier. Yes, 100 Things to Do Before You Die. Among the suggestions he made, based on his research and travel, was you should run with the bulls in Pamplona, Spain. No, thank you. I don't like risk. You should take a voodoo pilgrimage in Haiti. No, thank you. I don't believe in demonism. He suggested land diving in Vanuatu, which is like bungee jumping. And he had a whole list of 100 things. He himself, this is his niche right here, he himself completed less than half of the things on his list, his bucket list, before he tragically died at his home in Venice. He died August 17th, 2008 by falling and hitting his head. He was 42 years of age. Interesting background on this guy. He got his education at the University of Southern California, got work in Newport Beach in travel and research. He decided to move out to New York City to work in the field, but he was eating breakfast the morning of September 11th, 2001, the second day that will live in American infamy, when he looked out his 6th floor New York co-op and saw the second plane hit the South Tower, just blocks away from him. Well, needless to say, it really wigged him out. So he left New York and came back to the Los Angeles area. He was famous for saying, "We're going to the future. Do you want to come along?" He also said you should live every day like it would be your last. His death was tragic and sad because he barely lived out half of his normal lifespan. But he has a list. Now, his 100 Things to Do Before You Die has generated other books and films of similar ideas. There's been a 100 Things to Do Before You're age 12. There's been 100 Things to Do Before You Finish High School. There's been several things like that. A bucket list. Do you have a bucket list of things to do before you die? Do you? Well, honestly, I don't, and I'm 70 years old. I have a problem with David Freeman's philosophy, and I know that he said this in order to sell a book, sell his business. But my life doesn't concern what I want. It has nothing to do with my will. It's the will of the Father that counts. John chapter 8, verses 28 through 29 said, Jesus said, I can do nothing by myself, but I always do those things that please the Father. So that's the totality of my bucket list, per se, is to do the Father's will day after day. If we do that, that's what counts. And, you know, seeing all the wonderful sights that this planet has to offer, oh, it's fine, but it's nothing compared to paradise. So if you know the Lord is your Savior, you're going to paradise. And what you see or don't see on this earth really doesn't matter. Rest in peace, Mr. Freeman. Sorry that he died so young, but may God watch over the health and safety of us all.